Soriro_ asks, how long have you been involved in voice acting, and what inspired you to pursue it? Well, that's a good question, actually, because technically I started around 2 years ago, give or take. There was this old project, it's called Sonic Onset Adventure, and while at first I was really excited to be on this project, development slowed down and I ended up leaving. There are public versions of the game with my voice in it, but I'm not really proud of those voice lines anymore. They're kind of they're not bad, they're not good either though. And it sounds a lot more rigid and rough compared to what my Sonic is now. Like, my Sonic now is much better sounding, if that makes sense. Silver Slayer 6262 asks, who's your favorite character to voice, and would you like to officially voice them for real? This may come as a surprise to you, but my favorite character to voice isn't Sonic, and it's not Shadow, and it's most definitely not Goku. It's Hikari from Jujutsu Kaisen. He doesn't even have a voice yet. And yes, I would love to voice Hikari for real. It would literally be my dream. Hikari's the GOAT. Stand proud. Gummy Wasp 7174 asks, is it your dream to be a professional voice actor? Does it take practice to learn how to voice act? How long does it take to sound good? Okay, yes, it is my dream to eventually become a professional voice actor. It's why I'm even doing this now. My entire channel is practically a portfolio for the work I'll do in the future. And as for the fact of, does it take practice to learn how to be good at voice acting? Yes, it most definitely does. There is a lot that goes into actually learning how to do it. You have to learn how to act first, and then manipulate your voice, and a lot of people will tell you this, but you don't need to be a man of 1,000 voices to be good at voice acting. You can just have your normal voice and you can't do another one, but if you're really good at acting, people will want to, oh hey, that guy's really good. I'm gonna hire him for my game, my anime, my show, anything. And how long does it take to sound good? That is, if we're talking from an acting standpoint, I really only started taking voiceover seriously about 5 to 6 months ago, and my improvement has been astronomical, because if you watch my oldest videos, I can't even scream right. But now I'm, of course, it's the best measurement is Sonic vs. Goku. It's literally my magnum opus at this point, along with CAD. Luis Miguel 5484 asks, do you have plans to dub arcs or complete sagas of mangas, comics, and other such things such as Archie Sonic, Sonic IDW, Dragon Ball Super, Jujutsu Kaisen, and etc.? I think your work is incredible in both voice acting and editing. Why, thank you for the compliment, and this is a complicated question to answer because while yes, I do, no, I don't. Because I'd have to get other people to work for me, and right now my YouTube channel is too small to do that. And I would want to be able to pay these people to actually work. I don't want to make them do it for free. It's not fair. And besides, there are other people out there that I would say are more talented than me, and they're smaller than me as well. I'm just fortunate to have, been able to explode in popularity as recently. And yeah, but yes and no. I do have plans, but I don't have, the people and honestly, I would say the professionality to do it, because I still need to learn how to, master audio better. But in the future, most definitely. J Malik the Hedgehog Canaldem 3476 asks, what are your inspirations to make your character like this nowadays? Why, that's a pretty good question, and it's actually the only question in this vein that I've got, really. Well, my character is inspired from a lot of things, and it's kind of telling. He is, okay, I'm gonna list through the references. Sonic the Hedgehog, Spark the Electric Jester, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball, a sea urchin, yes, a sea urchin, believe it or not, and demons. He's got a lot of design similarities to Fark from Spark the Electric Jester. The mouth is the most notable part. They're very jagged. Dark Sonic and Vegeta kind of inspired the spiky hair. Demon, he's a demon because of the horns and because of the lack of a shirt. And you know, all demons don't wear shirts, obviously. Gojo influences his personality, and the reason I say he's inspired by a sea urchin is because I have a running gag with a couple of friends, and they like to call him a sea urchin because Shade Ronin rhymes with sea urchin, even though it actually doesn't. But, yeah, he's inspired by a lot of things, and honestly, I love him. He's my baby. His name is Ronin, if you're curious, by the way. Supreme Galaxy Personal asks, when were you introduced to Sonic? What form of media was it through? Oh, man. All right, so I believe I was either 4, 5, or 6 years old. I can't quite remember, but me and my 2 brothers, we used to have a GameCube that we gave to our cousins. But on that GameCube, we played the hell out of Sonic Adventure 2. And, you know, since I'm the youngest, I would always get relegated to playing the worst characters, so I'd have to play characters like Amy and, you know, to call in the, you know, multiplayer modes. But I was exposed to Sonic at a very young age, and ever since, I've just loved him. Everything about him, his personality, his, you know, swagger, his morals, anything. I just find the character interesting, and I've maintained that interest for, I don't know, 13 years so far? So yeah, that's how I got introduced to Sonic. Riley K148 asks, will you ever make a dub over a cutscene inside a game such as Sonic Frontiers, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and etc.? Just asking. I have done some of those before, but I don't know why. People just tend not to watch them, so I don't really do them. But if there is, you know, demand from the audience to do it, then yeah, I'll do it. I don't have a problem with it. I think they're fun. But yeah, no. Not really. I don't have plans, but if people want it, I'll do it. Alright, I don't know how to say your name correctly, but I'm gonna try. Alonzo Venegas 4444 asks, do you have other projects you are thinking about after Sonic vs. Goku? No, not really. Not really anything yet. I don't know, something might come up, but for now, no. Sharptooth5926 asks, what is your favorite video game and show? Sonic Unleashed, Jujutsu Kaisen. There will be no further elaboration. EXSF, thank God for the easy name this time, thank you. Who's your favorite Sonic character, and whoever it is, what makes them your favorite? Might come as a surprise to you. Again, not Sonic, not Shadow. It's Chip from Sonic Unleashed. People might write him off as annoying or, you know, needy or whiny sounding, but personally, the connection that he makes with Sonic over the game just makes him so memorable. Like, I just love Chip. He's a silly little goober turned hero, and that's what I like about him. But if it weren't Chip, it would be Sonic, because Sonic is the most consistent, though consistency and Sonic in the same sentence are counteractive at best. Hey, I think I know this guy. You should go check out his YouTube channel and Twitter. He does cool stuff. Anyway, Strike asks, would you rather Whataburger with spicy ketchup or 2 McCrispies and a large fry? Can I get a McCrispy with a large fry? Just Another Purple 6840 asks, what video was the hardest one to work on? Well, that's a good question because I don't really have that much trouble working on the videos themselves. It's rather the pressure to make them. And if we're talking about that, then it's the second part to Sonic vs. Goku, because non-stop in my comment sections, even now, people are clamoring for the second part. And now the third part because, you know, the second part came out. It was just the insane amount of pressure that was put on my shoulders for making it. And while I really liked doing the video, I would like a little bit more respect from you guys when it comes to Sonic vs. Goku because A, I'm not the artist. I can't make the art super fast. And B, you're gonna stress out not only me, but you're gonna stress out the artist to live up to the hype. And I don't want that to happen. So please show a little restraint. I don't mind you guys asking, just not as frequent. It's literally every video. Juan Quilino asks, what app do you use for your videos? I use DaVinci Resolve 18.6. Cypher SH1K1RU asks, in the Sonic vs. Goku video, how did you scream so long? When I tried it, I couldn't last 5 seconds. What's your secret? Water, practice, and more practice. I had at least 30 takes on that scream. I was going at it for a while. And the one that ended up in the video was the one I was the most happy with. And goddamn did it come out good. AlexGamer9538 asks, which is your favorite, sub or dub? I don't have a preference. It depends on which version has the better voice acting. But usually that ends up being, sub. So I guess I'd have to say sub. Julian Automatic 8352 asks, pizza or hamburger? I prefer pizza. Plain and simple. Sonic Fan, with a PH by the way, 17 asks, was your voice okay when you were voice acting Supersonic's transformation on Sonic vs. Goku? Yes, my voice is fine. I did lose it for an hour, but it's fine. It was just a little bit. All I had to do was drink some water and not speak for a bit, and my voice was fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Phoenix OP Forever with an F asks, Shade Ronin, is your profile picture Gulu Gamamon from Digimon Ghost Game? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Alexis Adelo Juarez 4717, sorry if I mispronounced your name, asks, what is your favorite character when dubbing? With which character do you feel freer when dubbing? Favorite character is Hikari. With which character I feel freer? Sonic. Because it's literally my second nature voice. Like, I could slip in and out of my normal speaking voice into Sonic. Like, it literally takes 5 seconds for me to do. Less than 5 seconds even. More like half a second. Daz, or better known as Dragon Arts on Twitter, asks, do you plan to be a full-time VA in the future? Like voicing an anime character, maybe a background character in any show if you get the opportunity.
I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question. No.
Yes, I would. That is my goal. Moai emoji, cad, dalad, blah, 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 blah. Moai emoji, commissions closed, or better known as at CAD Productions on Twitter, asks, have you ever considered trying different voice impressions for characters you voiced? Examples being Sonic, Shadow, and Goku. I'm glad you asked this question, because now I can finally explain why my Sonic sounds the way it does. It's my own take on the character. It's not necessarily an impression. You can say it's an impression, I won't get mad, but it is my own take on what I think the character would sound like. Originally, I was gonna go for a Ryan Drummond impression of Sonic, but then I realized I don't like Ryan Drummond's Sonic at all, so I just made it my own. If they happen to sound similar, that's by coincidence. As for Goku, I was grasping at straws, dude. Like, I don't know what the hell I was doing. But people like it, so good for them. Potato Archer 1 asks, out of all of the fan dubs you've made, which is your favorite, or at least which are you real proud of? Voice acting wise, anything on my channel that's pretty much after the Hikari versus Kashimo chapters in Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm decently proud of. Especially Hikari versus Kashimo. Little backstory on that video. I made that video in a one-sitting day. I did not stop editing that video. I wanted that video out as soon as possible. So I did it all in one day. Recording, editing, and uploading. That's right. I got it done in 19 hours and 22 minutes. I don't have any actual proof, but around that time. most likely about 20 hours if we're being realistic.